Well, hey there guys, I wanted to do a quick update of the T-55, and as you can see it's very nearly done. So I'd done an earlier video where I showed the priming using the Vallejo primer, and I have now appreciated it and base coated it, but I was really a bit thick laying down the pre-shade. As you can see, the pre-shade barely shows. If it shows at all, that's my fault. I guess you can see it maybe a little bit on the turret. I'm still fairly happy with it. My intent was to do this as a garrison vehicle, so it's not going to have much weathering. So this will be similar to what Norm does. He doesn't do a whole lot of weathering. So vehicle's painted in base coat. There's a couple of places I need to touch up that I missed with the airbrush. And I painted the vehicle in the Tamiya XF51 khaki green, rather. I don't know if it's going to want to focus or not. XF51 khaki green, thinned 2:1 with the Tamiya X20 thinner. I painted the tracks from the AK Interactive wheels and tracks set. I painted them in this dark tracks color. It's kind of a brownish, rusty color. If you guys, can see that. So the tracks are painted. Of course, everything still needs to be weathered. I finished this literally about, within minutes, within about 15 minutes. So I'm going to let the paint continue to dry a skosh, and then I'm going to coat it in future, and then put the decals on. And there really aren't very many decals. And then I have the road wheels here painted in, also from that tracks and wheel set, in the AK Interactive tire black color, and rubber tires color. And then I'm going to use my quick wheel road wheel mask to paint that. So I'm very close. Kind of looking maybe for a few recommendations from the community on the weathering. I want to kind of do it very mild weathering. So since this vehicle is going to be a garrison queen, a motor pool queen, it is going to have some rust on the tracks. So I'm going to use MIG's Rust Effects Wash on the tracks. I'm going to do maybe some streaking grime, some rain streaks, because it's been sitting in the motor pool for a while. I intend on doing that. Maybe some rusting on the engine grills, that photo etched engine grills I installed. Not a ton of weathering. One thing I did add that I did not have in the priming video is I installed these Eureka Tow Cables. Let me pull the turret off. And these things are gorgeous. Let me zoom in. So it's a actual copper cable with resin eyelets. And I installed those. They were actually quite easy to do. They didn't really require much cleanup. It's a little out of focus, but yeah, they were really nice. As you can see, the scale effect is just amazing. And of course, since they're copper, they actually lay down really well. And I used just a touch of CA glue in a couple of places. They went down nicely. But I would think overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I guess I'm going to have to lighten the base color a little bit with some white to kind of create maybe a little bit of sun fading. Because it's been sitting in garrison duty. And then I really think this is going to wrap up pretty quick. So I'm pretty happy with it. You guys let me know, what you think. The turret is just freaking awesome. I was talking to Cohen in Skype earlier in the week, and he was like, wow, that turret's just got a lot of crud on it. He says, and he thought it had photo etch on it. And this is all styrene. There's no photo etch here. So it's a nice kit, guys. Well, listen, this was going to be a short video. I appreciate you watching, and you guys have a good afternoon. See ya.